awesome. It's child tax credit season. Money, 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 money. Or no money at all. Suppose you're going through a divorce or a child custody situation in a paternity case. You are just about to file your taxes. You and your ex have been separated for a little while, and you want to claim your children as dependents for the child tax credit for the 2024 tax year or any subsequent year. And you go ahead and do it, and your filing gets rejected. What in the world just happened? Maybe your ex has already beaten you to that punch. Maybe they have already claimed your child for that tax credit. This happens all of the time. The child tax credit can be $2,500 or more per child. That is a chunk of change, not a deduction, a credit. This means that if you owe $3,000 in taxes without it, and then you claim the credit, you might not owe any taxes at all. Or maybe you're at zero, and that $2,500 or more suddenly becomes money in your pocket, straight dollar for dollar. Just because you have a wonderful kid or multiple children, which can mean even more money to offset your taxes or any other expenses you have. Or maybe you want to beat the other side to the punch and just go ahead and claim because you're going to do it anyway. What is the proper protocol in family law? There really is none? The IRS has its own rules. The family court somewhat follows the IRS rules, but not entirely. And what I mean by that is if you have a time-sharing plan where you only have 75 overnights with your 2 minor children, for example, then the family court might allow you to claim one of those kids every year, or it might allow you to claim both of them every other year, or any other arrangements that you and your ex make. Whereas the IRS guidelines, and no, I'm not giving tax advice, just stating general wisdom here. The IRS guidelines suggest that unless you have equal or more time sharing, you probably shouldn't be claiming those children. But that's an issue between yourself and your tax professional. This issue gets litigated in court very often in March, April, and May. It's tax season. Why would it be litigated right now? Because now is when most people are filing their taxes and discovering the other half of that relationship has already done it, already taken that money. Suppose that then we need to cure that situation. Maybe half of that money gets returned as a split. Maybe it's done on a pro rata basis, depending on your incomes. For example, if you make $100,000 and the other party makes $50,000, well, then perhaps they will claim more of it than you will. Maybe 66%, and you will claim 33.33%, something like that. That sounds fair, doesn't it? Or alternatively, if they claimed this year for the 2024 tax year, in 2026, perhaps you will claim for the 2025 tax year. There are many great solutions for this, and it's not time to hit the panic button unless you desperately needed that money and you were counting on that money, and now suddenly through no fault of your own, that tax credit has been taken by the other side. Now, there is a rare situation that could throw everything here into total and pure chaos. It is this. Suppose that you've been dating somebody and have a child with them. You're a woman, you have a child with this new gentleman, except he has kids from at least one other baby mama. Common term, forgive me there. And what happens is he claims your kid for the child tax credit before you do, and because he owes past due child support to baby mama number 1, number 2, whatever the case may be, suddenly that money gets intercepted by the federal government and by child support enforcement to pay his child support arrearages for another relationship. Well, then you're not getting that money back. But of course, there's always next year. So if you were to come up with an equitable solution between yourself and your partner, or if the court were to assign an equitable solution, would it be if you have 2 kids, I claim one this year, you claim the other the next year? Would it be you claim, if we have 2 this year, I claim 2 next year? And then we rotate as one of the children ages out and so on and so forth, all the way down the line? Well, that seems like a reasonable solution, but how often do people think rationally and reasonably when they're really upset with each other in the middle of a family law court case? That's why it takes trained attorneys, seasoned professionals, great mediators, great judges to help you see the light and come up with solutions that make sense for the whole family, not just for you because you feel that the other party has wronged you.